Hello, Linnea from Lillybrook here. I am a licensed professional counselor who has a neurodivergent, friendly, and affirmative practice at Lillybrook, and I wanted to talk to you a little bit today about some different books and resources for learning more about autism and autistic people in general. So I only have a couple of them in office, unfortunately, but there are a lot of really great ones, and I will get a list of books up as well with authors and everything. But to start off with, the person who created some of the terminology that we use, her name is Judy Singer, and her essays on how that worked in her dissertation on how she introduced that term or some of those terms is called neurodiversity. The beginning of a movement, I believe is what it's called. And her name is again Judy Singer, and she is a sociologist from Australia. You can find it for free on Kindle if you have that app, or you can also look it up on other ways, and you should be able to find it. Another couple of nonfiction books or Workplace Neurodiversity Rising, which I do have in office. It is by Lyric Riviera, who is also a neurodivergent rebel. And they have a fantastic website with some more information. And their book is about empowering other people and organizations to support neurodivergent employees. So if you've got somebody that you suspect or know is neurodivergent, this book might be helpful for you in kind of creating a good environment for them. Another book is I Will Die on This Hill, and this is by Megan Ashburn and Jules Edwards, and this is about closing the gap between autistic advocates and parents of autistic children. Sometimes there can be a little bit of a gap between them, and their goal in writing this is to help provide some more information and a better world for their kids. So I would highly recommend that book as well. Another one that is a memoir, a couple of memoirs are The Reason I Jump by Naoki Higashida, and that is a book about a 13-year-old autistic boy who sometimes uses alternate motives of communication, and it deals a lot with nonverbal or non-speaking people who are autistic, so I would highly recommend that book as well. I do not have that in the office, unfortunately. Another memoir is 10 Steps to Nanette. That is by Hannah Gadsby, and she is a comedian who talks a lot about being autistic and what that looks like for her comedy tours. Her Nanette comedy tour is fantastic. She's very honest, also hilarious. So I would highly recommend that. She is on Netflix, I believe. And then also We're Not Broken by Eric Garcia takes on some of the common myths. Eric Garcia is a autistic journalist, and so he investigates a lot of the different myths that surround it and talks about why they may not be true and other things like that. Neurotribes by Steve Silberman is also a really popular book. It kind of goes through and talks about all sorts of different things in neurodiversity and autism, and it explains a lot of information that might be helpful. The other ones are kids' books or written about autistic kids. The first one is called Sincerely Your Autistic Child, and it has multiple authors and was sponsored by the Autistic Women and Non-Binary Network. And so they have a lot of information from autistic adults for things that they wish their parents had known or teachers had known or things like that when they were a child. So I would highly recommend that. Just to kind of help you get to know your autistic child or anyone else in your circle who may be autistic. And then my other one, this one I'm super sad that I don't have in office because I'm very, very excited about it, is called A Day with No Words, and it is by an autistic author, Tiffany Hammond, and she wrote it to kind of journal her journey with her son, Aiden, who is non speaking and uses an alternative communication device. And so the book is a children's book. And we will have it at Lilybrook as well once I get it in the mail. It's still not ready to go. You can pre-order it now, but it won't be out until May, unfortunately. So that one, when I have it, I will certainly show it off. It's fantastic already from what I have seen. Another one is called My Brother Charlie by Holly and Ryan Robinson Peete, and that is based on their family's experience of having an autistic child and having a neurotypical sibling with an autistic child and what that looks like. So those are some of the books that I recommend. Like I said, I will write up a list so that we can share that with you all as well, and so expect to see that soon. But I hope you enjoy reading some of these books.